to go on holiday. I love, as you know, filming airport vlogs. Now, I obviously haven't filmed an airport vlog for nearly 2 years, but I'm definitely interested to see how today's experience is going to be, because it's definitely going to be a little bit different to last time, what with everything happening in the world. So we are flying from Abu Dhabi and not Dubai airport. We've driven over to Abu Dhabi this morning. We needed a PCR test to cross the border, and we have our PCR test for the flight as well. We've arrived a little bit early, quite a lot early. What time is it? 12. Half 12. So our flight isn't until 4:45, so we are very early. But the first thing that we've noticed is they are stopping people as you enter the airport, because you can't actually go down to Terminal 1 at the minute. It seems that only Terminal 3 is open, which I think is Etihad's main base, and then all other airlines fly from Terminal 1 and Terminal 1A, and that doesn't open until 1 o'clock. So we've just come down to Terminal 3 departures just to get a coffee, use the bathrooms, and then we're going to head over there. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie. Like, I still have a little bit of flying anxiety. I don't feel as bad as I normally do, which is quite good, but yeah, I'm a little bit anxious. And also it's just really odd, like, I don't really know what to expect today. Masks are still compulsory. I just have mine off because I'm sitting at a table with my drink, but otherwise it will be strapped to my face all day. So it's like 2 hours later, and honestly, like, I'm exhausted. That was one of the most stressful things I've ever done, ever. I'd probably say that was up there with one of my top worst travel experiences. And I don't even know if it was COVID related or if it was just a little bit unorganized, but we were put into this room. We were finally allowed down to the terminal at just after 1, and then we were queuing. No, we had to wait to start with because the desks weren't open, so we were just like sitting at the entrance. There is nothing in that room either, like nothing at all, it's just the desks. And then we had to queue for the desks, honestly, for an hour, and they just weren't opening, they weren't moving, and we finally got to the desk, we finally checked in. That was actually the smoothest bit. Like, she was really nice, no problems with our PCR test or anything. Bags went through, and then I realised that the passport control was also not open, so then we had to queue for passport control as well, and I just was so stuck in the same room with so many people, and honestly I just feel drained. I haven't sat down for like 2 hours. So we've come through to departures, and like, everything's closed. It's so weird. We're gonna get some food. McDonald's is the only restaurant where you can sit down. We were gonna go into one of the lounges because Dan gets lounge access, but all the lounges are closed, so there's no lounge, which I think he's a little bit gutted about. There is one bar, so Dan's gonna go to the bar in a second. I'm gonna go and get some footage of like what it's like in the airport. Yeah, it's just a bit strange. Like, it's just really, really odd. Yeah, not how I expected it. Abu Dhabi airport is also quite small, but I don't know if we're like at the back or if it just is small compared to the XB. But it's definitely not how I imagined it. But yeah, I can honestly say I'm looking forward to getting on the plane, which for me is that's something.
This is so like weird. Like, all the shops are still here, but like they've all just been emptied, and like everything's dark. It's just really like spooky, and it's just really like sad. So our gates are like up here, but I've just come down to see like what this is. But yeah, this is this world, huh?
arrived in Santorini. Oh, I'm so tired. Today's been exhausting. The flight was actually really good. We flew with Wizz Air, and yeah, it was actually a really good flight. I had a little mini freak out when we took off, but then I actually quite enjoyed it. Landing in Santorini, we had to show our, I'll take that one. We had to show our passenger locator form, which we had to fill in before we left Dubai. And then Dan had to have a PCR test, which took, what, 2 minutes for you to get the results?
Yeah, rapid test, isn't it?
And that's it, we're done. We're in and we are on the way to our hotel. Good morning, guys. It is the next morning. I literally just crashed last night. We got here about, I think it was about 10 p.m. Santorini time that we actually arrived at our hotel. And honestly, we were just exhausted, and we actually went for some food so that we had some food in our belly before we went to sleep. Didn't sleep that great, to be honest. First night, late night eating, but it's all good and we are here and it is so beautiful. I'm so excited to film some travel vlogs for you guys. But I wanted to recap on yesterday's travel experience. Obviously, it's my first time flying since the whole pandemic started, and it was definitely different and a bit stressful. The airport, I think, was the worst for me. Like, it wasn't even because, well, I'm guessing some of the precautions were because of COVID. Like the terminal not being open, they probably don't want people like just hanging around. But because people were being told to go down and then they weren't letting us in, we were actually ending up hanging around. So yeah, it was very different to what I'm used to. It was probably up there with one of my worst airport experiences, but you know, it is what it is, and honestly, now that we're here, it's so worth it. When we arrived into Santorini, I think I mentioned this last night, I can't remember. We had to queue for a little while at passport control, and Dan had a PCR test. You had to fill in something called a passenger locator form, which needs to be completed and either downloaded or have the QR code on your phone, and they'll scan it. Now, you can add your whole family to that one form. So both of us were on that form, and they only need to do one test for her family. So Dan had his test, took 2 to 5 minutes. The lady was like, fine, you can go, and that was it. As soon as we were out of the airport, we were straight in our transportation and here within half an hour. So that was really good, and that was quite simple. And yeah, now we're here and we're gonna enjoy the next week. It was totally worth the stress of yesterday. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It's been so long since I filmed an airport vlog, and yeah, it was definitely a different experience. But I will see you guys soon. I'm going to spend the next day or two maybe just settling in, getting my bearings, and then I will check in with you guys midweek and show you what Santorini has to offer. I'm so excited. This looks like such a beautiful island. I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.